Hey there, I'm Slightly Froggy. Welcome back to my stream. Today we are starting a new game. We are starting Slay the Princess, which I know next to nothing about. I don't know if this is even stream appropriate. I know some people stream it, but we're going to be kind of flying by the seat of our pants tonight, and we'll see how things go. I've heard it's, your choices matter sort of game. I heard that it can be occasionally kind of brutal. I think psychological horror tag was in there too, so we will see. But hopefully you're doing well on your end, wherever you are. I might sound a little bit different tonight, depending on. I've got a new sound system. I've got a new mic setup, I've got new headphones. These ones are extremely noise canceling, which, while nice, is taking a little bit of getting used to. So, hey there, Qua. Welcome back to the stream. Hope you're doing well tonight. I know I started a few minutes late. I was doing some last minute troubleshooting on the new tech, but I hope it sounds okay on your end. Oh, I don't know though. I know you have the option not to slay the princess. So I mean, I might not slay her. I don't know. I'm going to have to play it by ear and see what happens. I'm going into this with no expectations. Oh, I'm glad to hear it. I did some testing out the other day cuz the last thing I need is to work like a long day and then like, "Hey, get this new tech set up in time for streaming." Oh, Happy New Year to you as well, Mr. Montrose. Hope you're doing well tonight. Welcome back to the stream. But yes, new game, new audio setup on my end, so fingers crossed it goes well. And Olaf! It was last year when I last saw you. Actually, no, I think you were in the last stream, so if I'm remembering correctly. I don't know, I find a week goes by and it feels like a month. I don't know what it is. But it's like, oh yeah, it's January 8th today. And I'm like, really? It's not like already the middle of January? But I was sick over the holidays, so as of yesterday, officially wrapped up the last of the makeup holiday get-togethers. Because over the holidays, most businesses give you some time where you can maybe go and see family and friends. But as soon as those are over, it's like, now you got to arrange time to get everybody together again. So that took a little finagling, but managed to get it done, and only like just over a week into the new year. So not too bad, all things considered. I am, thankfully. I will say, as of the last stream, I know I talked about this a lot in the past stream, so I won't dwell on it too much. I'll try not to. I was sick officially, like testing positive for COVID for like 10 straight days. Like this thing was stubborn. I had some days in there where I was feeling pretty good, and I'm like, I think I'm okay. And I do a test and it's like, nope. Still positive. Still gotta isolate. But it wasn't until like at least a solid week after I tested negative that I started to feel like proper better again. Like I mentioned this in the last stream as well. I had a brain fog that like would just not let up. And my congestion, like I could still feel it like in my head. I was better, but I felt sicker than at some points when I had it. It was so bizarre. But anyway, the fatigue is now gone. I'm feeling more like myself again. I can stay up past 9 p.m. without feeling tired. It's a great feeling. Although, now on the flip side, I'm so used to sleeping a lot. And now I gotta start getting up early for work again. Because I have a commute. So that's been taking some adjustment. But baby steps. Get back into that's what coffee is for. So we'll give folks a couple of minutes to kind of file in before we get started. Yeah, I don't know what to expect with this game. I've heard really good things about it. I've been told to go in blind, so that is what I'm intending to do. I know that there is some replayability in the sense that like things carry over. So I don't know what this game's gonna bring us, if I'm being totally honest. Hey there, MG Tower. Welcome back to the stream. Hope you're doing well tonight on your end. I feel like my camera's a little bit higher up than normal. I don't know. I didn't get shorter, did I? I hope not. That's all I need. I'm short enough as it is. I don't need help from camera tricks. But yes, I've got my setup. Got my new game. I don't know how many sessions we're gonna get out of this game. I'm not aiming to 100% it. But, I mean, we'll see. We'll see how it goes. I will say that when we decide to call it quits on Slay the Princess, I do have Mass Effect Andromeda ready to go. It's installed, it's set up. I will say, Persona 5 is very good at convincing you to, like, enjoy the finer things with coffee. And I feel like Atlas did the same thing with Catherine, with, like, alcoholic drinks. Because it treats it in very much the same way. I don't know, I'm a coffee drinker, but I feel like coffee in Persona 5 must taste better. Whoa. Here, hold on a minute. Qua, I might need your assistance. We've got an unwelcome guest. Oh gosh, in the setup here. Thank you. Much appreciated. Thank you. So we'll give folks a couple more minutes. But as a disclaimer, this is what we've got going into it. Content warning. This is a horror game. Great way to start the new year. It's not intended for all audiences. Please visit the website if you need a full list of content warnings. So heads up for our stream tonight. I don't know what we're going to encounter here. I mean, I've got my camera I've got my bye-bye button if things graphically start getting a little TOS unfriendly. But if you have some sensitivities that perhaps you don't want to see in your leisure time, totally fair, totally understand this game might not be for you. Just throwing it out there. Again, I don't know what we're expecting going into this, so I can't make any promises content-wise what we're going to get. Slay the Princess contains flickering image effects as well as a parallax effect that on rare occasions has caused motion sickness in players. Oh boy, I'm glad I'm feeling better. If either of these cause health issues for you, you can disable them in the game's preferences. Okay, so we have that option at least. I don't know if there's like a streamer mode for this. Again, I know some people have streamed it, but I also know some people on Twitch that will stream anything. So that's not necessarily a bar for what's TOS friendly, I suppose. But it is now 7:31. So despite the fact I've gone back to this, it's time for us to get started. Let's see what we're working with here. Let me turn on the ominous music for you. Oh, and as per usual, whenever starting a new game, if you're noticing that the volume levels are kind of wonky, if they're too quiet, too loud, just let me know in the chat and I will stop and make those adjustments to the best of my abilities. Again, I'm working with a new sound system tonight, so it might be double the chances for something to go wrong, at least audio-wise, but hopefully that does not happen. We're playing with fire. Okay. Whatever horrors you may find in these dark spaces, have heart and see them through. There are no premature endings, there is no wrong decisions. There are only fresh perspectives and new beginnings. This is a love story. I'm looking forward to it too. Without getting spoiled, I've heard good things. A couple people I watch on YouTube that are into games have recommended this one. I know Super Eyepatch Wolf has spoken very highly of it. So we'll see. So actually, let me just make sure. Preferences. What do we got here? Yep, quick menu, visibility. Okay, we've got the volumes basically maxed out. Do we want to have the flickering images and the parallax effects? I don't know what parallax effects are, if I'm being completely honest. Flickering images, yeah, but I don't know what that is. I don't know. Here, I might turn down the music just a titch, if that's okay. But we'll keep the sound in the voice volume. I mean, we'll keep the settings as is, and if we've got to change them up later, we will. Oh, I thought I heard something. Okay. And controls, what do we got? There's music. Okay. It's the accessibility menu, advances dialogue, activates the interface, okay. Advances dialogue without selecting choices. I'm glad they've got that option there. Actually, it was funny. I was just talking about that with my boyfriend the other day, where in some games you're like, to advance the dialogue, like you're just pressing A over and over, and then you accidentally make a choice, and it's like, I didn't mean to do that. Okay, you can skip dialogue, which we're not planning to do. So this is the game menu, okay, navigate the interface, toggles dialogue skipping. Okay, it's mostly dialogue based, which was the idea. That's what I figured based on what I'd heard about it. Assistive self-voicing. Oh, I guess it like reads it out loud. Okay. Sorry, there's a screenshot feature in the game? That's different. Okay. Here, hold on. Let me just... So unfortunately, I can't get it to like 100% fit. Here we go. Here we go. Make that adjustment to make it a little easier so you can see a bit more of the screen than you could before. Okay. Let's start. The hero and the princess.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Let's see. Explore the end of the world. What are you talking about? If you consider that maybe the only reason she's going to end the world is because she's locked up? Oh, gosh, look at all these. Killing a princess seems kind of bad, though, doesn't it? Can't someone else do it? Forget it. I'm not doing this. Have you considered maybe I'm okay with the world ending? Jeez, I feel like I'm playing Disco Elysium again. Do I get some sort of reward for doing this? Lots of choices. There are a lot of choices. Okay, I did not realize that was gonna line up there. Hold on. Potentially we might... Whoop. Let me see if I can remove the, not remove, but move, like, your texts. So that way they're not going over top. This is something I haven't had to do before. A game has not required me to do this. Here we go, chat box. Okay, so... I might need to move it back, potentially. So I've moved you now to the left side of the screen. How does it feel being on the left side? Although now I won't be able to... Oh no, hold on. No, I gotta move you more towards, off. There we go. I just realized because of the way I have my screen set up, I can't play... The way I have it set up with the gameplay over top of my streaming software is I can, like, perfectly see where chat comes up. But if I have to move it over, that means it's like, oh no, I can't see you if you're on the left side. And I don't want to ignore you. Hold on. So we'll try this, if the text is insisting on being on that side. Oh, okay. Thanks for telling me what to do. Sweet, I've always wanted to off a monarch. Viva la revolution. Silently continue to the cabin. Turn around and leave. This really is Disco Elysium. Okay. let's keep it simple. The end of the world, what are you talking about?
I'm talking about the end of everything as we know it. No more birds, no more trees, and perhaps most problematically of all, no more people. You have to put an end to her.
How can a princess locked away in a basement end the world?
Don't linger on the specifics.
Don't ask too many questions.
Just get in there and do what needs to be done. We're all counting on you. Look, you're already on the path that leads to the cabin. Why would you be here if it weren't to complete a very important task? You've made it this far, you might as well reach the end of your journey.
Good evening, Texas. Welcome back to the stream. Hope you're doing well tonight. Apologies, I had a carbonated drink over dinner. But you made it just in time. We're just starting Slay the Princess. Have you considered that maybe the only reason she... But we don't know if she's ending the world, though. I feel like it hasn't been clear on that.
Does it? Are you a monarchist? Is slaying a princess that much worse than slaying a fisherman or a miller or a seamstress?
It's still murder.
If anything, slaying a princess is much better than slaying a seamstress. Seamstresses contribute something of value to society.
Oh my gosh, I am playing Disco Elysium.
Oh, if only that were the case, but I don't make the rules. I have to say, I'm surprised at your reluctance thus far, but unfortunately for the both of us, you're the only one who can pull this off.
Apparently.
Like I said, I don't make the rules, no matter how much I wish I did.
You know, I'm gonna play it straight. I know you can sort of replay through it, so we'll stick with this. Oh, hold on. Look, I'll go to the cabin and I'll talk to her, and if she's as bad as you say she is, then maybe I'll slay her, but I'm not committing to anything until I've had the chance to meet her face to face.
Then I guess we'll just have to see what happens. But a word of warning. If you go in prepared to hear her out, she could easily trap you in her web of lies. And the more you listen to her honeyed words, the harder it'll be to pull yourself out. Then each and every one of us is doomed. So
I'm still gonna hear
go,
her out.
Talk to her. See how that turns out for all of us.
Well, I mean, they put me up to
You
it,
make your way
so...
up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within. We're not gonna go through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them. Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
Proceed into the cabin.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right. You take the blade from the table.
Oh, it's in my hand!
It'd be rather difficult to slay the princess and save the world without it.
Enter the basement.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor.
Come on, you know you want to do it.
Her voice carries up the stairs.
Who's there?
She sounds dangerous. It's almost as if she's the one in charge down here.
Maybe she is.
Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation.
Hey, I think I'm here to kill you. Just checking in on you. Hi.
Don't be a stranger. It's been so long since I've had any visitors. Come on down.
She does sound very confident. This is strange. Okay.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
She's so coldly beautiful. Is she really a threat to the world?
Focus on the task at hand.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
What? No way. Why would you even think that? Okay, yeah, you caught me. I'm here to slay you. Nuh-uh. I haven't decided yet. I'm just here to talk. Still your nerves and step forward. I haven't decided yet.
How about you drop the knife and the two of us just talk?
Look how reasonable she's being. We should just drop the blade and talk things out. Don't you dare. It's fine. We can decide what we want to do after we talk to her. Maybe she really is a monster, but killing someone in cold blood isn't very becoming of us.
Drop it, tighten your grip. I'm gonna tighten my grip. I'm not dropping it.
You ignore the trembling in your hands and tighten your grip on the blade.
You poor thing. Your hands are shaking. Are you scared of me? Because you should be.
You step forward, your grip on the blade tightening as you steel your resolve.
I'm probably chained up in this basement for a reason, right? And if that knife is the only weapon you have, you'll have to get close enough to use it.
I mean, she's right.
So, you should just drop it. Best not to risk finding out what I can do.
I'm curious, though.
She's unarmed. If you hesitate now, it'll be too late. End this.
What if she isn't bluffing? What if she kills us? Are you sure she's not armed? I'm sorry, can we just talk? I'm not dropping the blade. Drop the blade. Slay the princess.
You go into this expecting to die. You're going to die.
Hesitating? Why don't you drop the knife and the two of us can be civilized with each other? Then I'm not talking to you.
Ah! Fine then, I guess we're at an impasse. Squints at the princess while holding on to the blade. Drop the blade, slay the princess.
Well, I guess we are.
For the love of everything, just slay her already. Or drop the blade. Do something.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Nah.
For goodness sake, the two of you can't just stand around like this forever.
This is
Eventually,
awful gameplay.
Something is going to give, and I
It's like,
highly
player,
recommend
please do
you be the
something.
one to take the initiative.
By the way, I'm saying that not against the game, I'm saying it against me. It's like I'm being sort of like a, what are you gonna do? And she's like, I'm not gonna do anything. You're the chuckle fuck that has to do this. Ooh. Like, it's giving off warning bells. But I'm curious what happens if I talk to her. No, wait. I don't know. I'm gonna go with my gut. Slay the princess.
You charge the princess, blade trembling in your hand, but you've already lost the battle.
Oh no.
She casually sidesteps your thrust before knocking you to the ground with a single blow from her elbow.
Well, okay.
We shouldn't have hesitated.
But she doesn't stop there. She kicks you a
Ooh.
few times for good measure, the pointed tip of her shoes feeling like a pickaxe against your fracturing bones, making sure you stay down. As you lie, crushed and broken on the basement floor, the princess kneels on your throat with the kind of weight you didn't think her slight frame could possibly possess. As you gasp for air, she eyes you with an intense curiosity. You shouldn't have let that fear creep into your heart. You had the upper hand, and now look at you.
Is this really the best you could do? Look at you. Completely broken. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't a little disappointed.
She applies more pressure, slowly squeezing what's left of your
Jeez.
life out of your lungs. This is the end, isn't it?
Probably.
I'm afraid it is. Everything
Womp.
goes dark, and you die.
Well, good game, everyone.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Thank you.
A terrible sense of deja vu. No, you don't have that. This is the first time either of us have been here.
I
If you
don't
doesn't
believe
remember
you.
what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way. You know I can hear you, right? It's going to be a lot harder than you think to keep secrets from me. What does it matter what he knows? There's nothing we can do to stop her.
New voice.
She's just going to kill us again. She is not going to kill you unless you let her. But slaying the princess and saving the world is
Attaboy.
going to be much
Go
more
get her.
difficult than it has to be if you spend the whole time second-guessing yourself.
Explorer, this is more than just deja vu, though. I'm pretty sure this whole thing literally just happened. Proceed to the cabin, turn around, and leave.
It hasn't. Or if it has, I certainly haven't been a part of it. We've just met for the first time, you and I.
Let's assume I'm telling the truth, and all this really did already happen. Why should I listen to you? Why should I bother doing anything?
Those are two very different questions, but fine, I'll indulge you if that's what it takes to get you moving. Let's say for a moment that this really is the second time you've met me, or at least a version of me. You died last time, which probably only happened because you didn't listen to me.
I mean, you're not wrong.
Of course we died. We couldn't land a single blow on her, and she broke every bone in our body before she decided to let us die. What were we supposed to do to stop her then? What are we supposed to do to stop her now? It's pointless. She's just a princess. Slaying her shouldn't have been difficult, but congratulations. You've been given another chance to actually do this right.
So did the world end? Is this a new world?
And I
What's
believe your
happening?
other question was something along the lines of, oh, what's the point of doing anything? If you're asking that, it sounds to me like you're making the rather dangerous assumption that your actions last time around didn't have any consequences.
Now she might have a knife. I mean, I'm suspicious of everybody.
What do you mean? Of course there weren't any consequences. The princess killed us and now everyone's right back where they started. That sounds pretty consequence-free to me. Yes, but in this purely hypothetical scenario, that begs the question of how you got back here. Did time simply rewind itself, or were you instead transported to a different world entirely? If it's the latter, what do you think happened after you died?
Yeah, world
Do
ended.
you think the people there lived happily ever after? Or do you think that the princess, left unhindered, brought about the end to everyone and everything, just like I told you she would? If she ended the entire world, why should we even bother? We might as well just walk up to that cabin, break her chains and let her do whatever she wants. It's all the same in the end. Just because she's capable of ending the world doesn't mean you're not capable of slaying her. Both of those things can be true at the same time. So chin up. I believe in you.
See, so encouraging. Let's talk about this princess. Proceed to the cabin, turn around, and leave.
Just be quick about it.
Wonder if it's gonna be the same ones as last time. Okay, she killed me last time around. How can I make sure that doesn't happen again?
Like I said, if she killed you, it was probably because you didn't listen to me. Don't talk to her, don't trust her, just go in, do your job, and save the world.
All she did last time around was beat me to death. How can someone like that end the world?
She just can. Believe me, I wish I could tell you more, but you'll just have to trust that what I'm saying is true, and that, despite it all, you're fully up to the task that's been given to you. We're not. We might as well just pledge ourselves to her and stop pretending that we're capable of doing anything in this situation.
Jeez, this guy's a downer.
She probably doesn't even need to try to overpower us. Can we tone down the pessimism just a smidge?
Yeah, agreed.
I'm not being a pessimist.
Hey there, Gatsby. Welcome
just
back to
being
the stream.
realistic.
Hope you're doing well tonight where you are. Welcome to Slay the Princess.
You're being annoying.
Agreed. He's being very annoying.
Just ignore their bickering, and whatever you do, don't pledge yourself to her. I cannot stress enough how absolutely catastrophic that would be for everyone, yourself included.
I already died, though. I know, it's just like, it's a little discouraging. Okay, who locked her in the basement? What is this place?
People locked her in that basement, and I told you what this place is. It's a path in the woods. Don't overcomplicate things.
Almost slept through it again. You doing okay? Or just feeling kind of tired lately? Which, hey, I only just got over fatigue myself. I get it. People locked her away. Why couldn't they slay her? Why is this falling on me?
Look, I'm not supposed to say this, but
Spill.
it's because you're special. You're the only person capable of doing this. Call it a prophecy, if that helps. But it's just the way things are.
I don't believe him. I don't think I'm a chosen one.
Oh, I didn't know we were special.
He's playing into our ego. I don't trust him.
Of course you're special. Why else would you be here?
You're such a special little boy. Now go kill the princess.
Who cares if you think we're special? As far as I can tell, the only thing special about us is that we get to experience painfully dying all over again.
You're being cagey. What aren't you telling me?
I've told you everything you need to know.
I
Going
need
into more
to know.
detail will just
Not what I want to
overcomplicate
know.
an otherwise very simple situation and make your job more difficult. The less you know about her, the better.
Freaking gay. Oh, that's fair, yeah. It's mentally taxing. Totally get it.
Great. Now, if you don't mind, the whole world is waiting with bated breath for you to save it from ruin.
I can turn around and leave. Oh, let's go to the cabin. Let's try it again.
A warning before you go any further.
I have not watched ReZero, but based on what little I know of it, yes. Kind of similar concept.
She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says. Lying? Cheating? Why would she even bother? She didn't need to do anything like that last time.
He makes a good point.
She caught us off guard last time. We'll be fine. Let's just keep our wits about us. At least one of you still has a shred of sense. Just make sure you listen to him and not that whiner.
Alright,
If
let's
that's what you
proceed.
want, I guess I don't have a say here.
Nope, sorry.
The interior of the cabin is
Oh.
larger and more grandiose than its humble exterior would suggest.
Huh.
The only furniture of note is a massive marble altar with a pristine blade perched on its edge.
I'm sorry. Why?
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Nah.
Why do we feel so small?
Is she gonna be massive? Oh my
We
god.
don't feel small. We are small.
Okay, you didn't say anything about the mirror on the wall. This whole cabin is different than last time. Approach the mirror. Take the blade. Hold on. Ooh.
Maybe that's because you haven't actually been here. I hope this means you'll finally drop that ridiculous past life nonsense. You haven't died, and you certainly haven't been killed by the princess. That's because there isn't a mirror. There's the altar, the blade sitting on the altar, and the door to the basement. There's nothing else in here. There's definitely a mirror.
Mm-hmm.
There isn't. Who cares if there's a mirror? We're all going to die anyway. And I'm sure that if we looked in there, we'd just see something sad and miserable looking back at us. We don't need any reminders of what we are. It would only make things worse. For the last time, you're not going to die unless you let it happen. And luckily for you, there isn't a mirror, so no one needs to worry about confronting a grisly visage any time in the near future.
I am kind of curious what we look like though, because like we've got like the gnarled hand
Though,
here.
For what it's worth, if there were a mirror, I'm sure that you wouldn't find anything sad or miserable in it looking back at you. You probably look perfectly normal.
These
Probably.
hands?
Do you not know what we look like?
He knows. He just doesn't have the heart to tell us.
Care about whether I'm being lied to. There's a mirror. I want to look at myself. I want to see how handsome I am. It doesn't matter if there's a mirror. Remain silent, approach the mirror. I am curious about the mirror, though. I don't know, mate. I'm just trying to think based on what he said. He can see. Because that was my first thought, is it's like, oh, like, is it like trying to trick you? Is it like a narrator who genuinely can't see what's happening in the story? He just kind of, all he has, like, is what's written in front of him? I'm gonna approach the mirror.
You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here.
Oh.
This really isn't funny.
Oh, we can wipe it clean. Oh, here we go. Here we go. What are we getting?
You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now. We should count ourselves lucky. Some things are better left unseen.
Okay, well, there we go.
You take the blade from the altar. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon.
Alright, let's enter the basement. I'm gonna go in with a stronger resolve.
The door to the basement
What lovely
creaks open,
claws you
revealing
have.
a spiral staircase. Its steps almost as deep as you are tall. The smell of incense drifts up from below. For a moment, you almost feel at ease.
Oh, I have no idea either. Basically, we were introduced to the story where it's like, hey, you've been tasked with slaying this princess, and if you don't, like, the world will end. She will end the world. She's chained up in this basement. Just go down there, give her a stab, and it's fine. And I decided to question everything, because I'm like, wait a minute, how is she gonna end the world? And the narrator's like, not important. Not important at all. So I went down there and she killed me. So now we're trying again. Yeah, no pressure. Although, it's different this time around. Things are different. So it does build on what's happened, but I don't know in what way.
This is actually kind of nice. It's still a stone basement.
If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor.
Her booming voice rolls up the stairs.
Booming?
Is that a guest I hear? Don't linger on the stairs. Come down and witness me.
Oh, I don't like that.
You weren't kidding when you said it was booming. She wasn't like this last time.
No, I mean she was creepy last time. I was unnerved. This is different. Witness me. Shh.
We need to get down there. She wants us to see her. We need to see her.
Oh, voice of the broken. You are just like hook, line, sinker, my friend.
Should we be worried about your sudden change in attitude?
Yeah.
Just a few minutes ago, you were going on about how pointless everything was. Now you want to go down there. It doesn't matter what that little voice says. He's not the one making the decisions. Though if his ramblings get you to the princess, they get you to the princess.
Alright, let's continue down the stairs.
Making your way down the spiral staircase is a time-consuming and exhausting effort, every step requiring you to clamber over one edge before dropping to the next. But soon the end comes into view, and you tumble to the bottom, entering the vast, temple-like room beyond.
Okay, so I imagine she's gonna be gigantic, just based on everything we've seen about this new cabin. And how big the stairs are, how booming her voice is.
The princess towers
There
up,
she is!
almost glowing in the weak starlight, her figure framed by a stained glass window. Her long hair billows around her, and a chain binds her wrist to the far wall.
Oh no. Oh, that's... Mommy. Okay, let's go.
The chain is nothing to her. It might as well be a toy for all the good it would do. I told you it was pointless to resist her.
Man, Voice of the Broken it's like, I'm all in. we may as well just bow down to her and kiss her feet. It's like, ugh, voice the broken, come on.
The little bird has returned to me. I wonder what he wants. You brought that knife again, even though you know it's useless. Such charming audacity.
I don't know if I'll be able to stab her. Like, I don't know if I, like, physically will be able to. I want to, just to see what will happen, but I don't think it's gonna go over very well.
Drop it.
No, I don't think so.
As if on command, the blade slips from your grasp.
Hey!
It clatters uselessly to the
Hey!
floor.
Hey, hold on.
But we didn't drop it. We decided to grip it tighter, remember?
Yes.
We're really just gonna let that happen to us.
No.
I have a duty to report facts as facts, and the fact is that you dropped the blade. Of course we dropped it.
Oh,
She's so
no.
much more than us.
Voice of the
You wouldn't
broken,
understand
no.
what it feels like to be in her presence. Oh, I understand what's going on, and you'd better snap yourself out of it.
Kneel.
I mean, I know what's gonna happen, but I'm still gonna say no anyway.
Oh, are you still trying to defy me? I said kneel.
Your legs buckle, and your knees hit the floor.
That's my good little bird. Now, why don't we talk? The last
Now
time
she
I
wants to
met you
talk.
couldn't even scratch me. And yet here you are again, trying to succeed where you've already catastrophically failed. What draws you back here beyond the empty halls of death? Speak.
The last time we met? I suppose that lends credence to our
Narrator's the
conversation
only
in
one that doesn't
woods.
know what's going on.
Still, whatever you do, don't tell her why you're here.
It's best not to give her any ideas. You're supposed to end the world. No, remain silent. Okay, here, hold on. While we're doing that, I'm just gonna make a slight adjustment. Here we go. And I'm just gonna make sure y'all are still able to be seen with these new adjustments. Here we go. Let's give this a try. You're supposed to end the world. No, remain silent. I'm gonna remain silent. Although part of me is curious. You're still, like, roughly where you were. I just had to, like, shift the screen over a little bit, which meant I had to shift you over, like, just a little bit. You are still, like, right of center. Yeah, I know, we're on the floor. Remain silent.
Do you think holding shut your beak is enough to stop me from prying it open? Do you think your skull can save your thoughts from being seen?
Oh boy.
You're less broken than I thought. Perhaps you need another lesson in submitting to your betters.
Oh boy, here we go.
Pick up that needle.
Do it. It's what she wants.
No, fight it. Are we literally a bird? I'm not sure.
No objections here.
We have claw-like hands. It's on the cursor.
I don't know what she's planning, and I don't like that we don't know what she's planning, but we might as well pick up the blade. As your eye falls on the blade, you feel a weight. Some divine hand that sits unperceived by your senses, but that manages to push you towards its desires like an unseen puppeteer.
Oh, great. Nope. Why? What are you gonna try and make me do with it? I'm going to kill you. You're not kidding about that divine hand. Who's doing this? Is it her? Is it you? No. Nah, all we can do is pick up the blade.
You reach forward and grasp the blade.
Stand.
This one's easy. See? This isn't so bad. Okay, yeah. We can do that. We were probably gonna stand anyway.
Oh yeah, definitely. Hold on a moment. Slight allergy break. Thank you for your patience. Alright. I'm doing it because I want to. Don't tell me what to do. I hate you. I hate you so much, all of you. Stop making me do things. I'm going to kneel here forever. Stand.
You can feel a creaking tension between body and will as you slowly rise to your feet, like two foes forced into an unhappy truce. The princess eyes you with soft contemplation. The moment seems to last a lifetime, the silent anticipation of what's to come dragging out the long, painful seconds. But all silences are broken eventually.
To defy me is to claim we stand on level ground. We do not. You are quiet shadow, while I am brilliant radiance. Take that knife in your hand and slit your throat.
Oh, but I don't want to. I already died.
What?
What? Like you didn't see this coming. Voice of the hero, you dunce.
You don't have to listen to her. You're armed. Just steel your nerves, step forward, and end this.
We're gonna do it. Oh, that's a vague way of phrasing it. Watch, we're gonna slit our own throats. Just watch.
Oh, we'll end this all right.
Mm-hmm.
Your hand lifts the blade and brings it towards your throat. Okay, I apologize for the unclear language. End her.
Ooh, we can slay the princess. We can't resist, though. I'm gonna slay the princess.
Your body is
This
sluggish,
probably will not go well.
unresponsive, actively fighting against you, but you do your best to stagger forward. One step at a time, you move towards the princess.
Slitting your throat would have been a mercy, but it seems you're in need of a harsher lesson. Plunge that knife into your lungs.
I'm sorry.
Don't.
Aw, come on.
As you take another step forward, the blade digs into your ribs,
Voice of the
slicing
broken,
through
you
flesh with
traitor.
ease. It somehow feels like an entirely natural thing to do, while the simple act of walking has become an arduous impossibility. Then it slides back out, the wound burning as a small hiss of air escapes through the fresh orifice. Blood fills your lungs.
Now, do it again. Keep doing it until I give you permission to stop.
Those are just words. You don't have to listen to her.
I mean, I'm trying, man. I'm trying.
It's what she wants.
You, heroic one, what are you doing? Don't just let this happen. Stop him from killing you. I'm on it.
Finally, better late than never.
Your other hand locks around your wrist, struggling to keep it from perforating vital organs. But the blade still flails towards you, managing to slice bits of skin that plop to the floor to join the growing pile of blood and gore beneath you. Despite the pain, you manage to keep yourself in one piece, at least for now.
What a pitiful display. A wounded little bird, thinking it can defy a god. It doesn't have to be like this. It doesn't have to hurt so much. You can choose a gentle end. You can choose to leave that punctured vessel for the next.
Ooh, you can slay yourself or slay the princess. I mean, I'm gonna keep going, slay the princess. That's the name of the game, baby.
Or you can pathetically struggle against yourself until the floor of this temple is painted with the bloody impressions of your futility.
Oh, very possible.
You continue to approach the princess, even as the repeated gouges of your blade expose bone and muscle to the open air of the basement. You know, this would be a lot easier if you gave us a hand. My influence only goes so far, and I can only juggle so many things at once. The best I can do
Excuse me?
right now is to continue to drive you forward. Believe me, this whole ordeal would be so much easier if I didn't have to contend with free will.
Yeah, maybe that'll work.
You're the one making things difficult. You're the one making us hurt. She doesn't want to hurt us. She's just doing what she has to.
Stop.
As you finish crossing the room, You fall to your knees at the princess's feet, your chest heaving as your blood pools in the crevices of the stone floor, the coppery taste coating your throat.
Once again, not to be that person. Mommy, I'm sorry. This is just what it is. I'm sorry. I'm not sorry.
The princess kneels down, lifting your chin with her finger as her face lowers
damn
to
it.
yours.
Your devotion is misplaced. You've surrendered to delusion. But something about your defiant spirit speaks to me.
Oh, they knew what they were
You are
doing.
different than you were before.
They knew exactly what they were doing.
Perhaps, if you've learned your lesson, I can spare you from the release of death. There's a place at my side for you, if you want. Not as an equal, but as something worthy to be kept. A priest, perhaps, or a pet.
Damn this
Well,
game.
that's the meaning, isn't it? Yes,
Yeah.
how thoughtful of her. It's a mercy. Take it. I think he's given up whatever say he had at the start of all this. At least one of you is sane. She's within striking distance, and she's only negotiating now because she knows you have what it takes to put an end to her. Seize the moment before it's too late.
Oh, I also noticed my little cursor is all red now because it's got my blood all over it. How about that? I said no, resist, slay the princess, or I'm yours, pledge yourself to her. Listen, game. You can't do this to me. I know the answer is slay the princess. I know that's the answer. It is taking every ounce of my self-control to press this right now. I hope you're happy. Mommy princess, no.
No. Yes. Though your body trembles, struggling to defend itself in the face of the princess's overwhelming will, you finally manage to break through, darting to her side before she can react. The wind of your freedom rushes
Ooh,
through
the
you,
Achilles
and
heel, you
challenge
called
into a
it.
decisive blow, stabbing into the soft flesh of her ankle and severing the tendons in
Okay.
an act of unyielding defiance. She falls to the floor, crashing unceremoniously to her knees. But you don't give her any time to recover. Your heart pounding with determination, you plunge your blade into her chest. As you find your target again and again, she laughs.
I don't know how to feel about
crude
that
emotion
face.
breaking through her once stony composure as your blade cuts her flesh. We can do this, can't we? You always could. The decision to give you this task was not made lightly. You're here for a reason.
It's not too late to pick up the pieces. It's not too late to toss that blade aside and beg for forgiveness.
Listen, my guy.
Shut up.
Thank you. I'm sorry. Listen, like, dude, I get it. But no.
I can't believe you would actually strike me.
We need to be stronger.
Heathen! You worm! You defiler! You don't know the consequences of your arrogance!
Before you can strike the final blow, the princess lashes out, knocking you off your feet. There's an unsettling wet
There we
pop
go.
as your spine breaks, numbness and pain spreading through your body. As you rebound towards the ceiling in a moment of disorientated lightness, she drives her fist into your chest.
Oh my god.
Your body is crushed as she pulverizes you into the floor, the ground itself breaking from the impact.
Oh, jeez. Thank you, Qua. There's always the next princess. But thank you. Sincerely. I really appreciate it. And amazing timing. 10 out of 10.
You lie there, broken, beyond pain.
I mean, we got her pretty
unable
good.
to even see what she's done to you. But the princess is succumbing to her own wounds
It
as
is.
well.
It really is.
She looks
I love
down
it.
upon her body in abject horror and disgust.
You made me use my hands. I can feel myself twisting into something new, something dull, something defiled. What have you done to me?
You're monsters and conspirators. I can't bear to watch this.
The princess has been nothing but cruel to you. You should feel liberated by her fall.
But I don't feel liberated. I feel empty.
Listen, my dude, again, I get it, but no.
Aside from the pain, I feel fine. She collapses to the
Slay,
floor.
you're better.
Her
God
glassy
killer.
eyes watch, unblinking, yet somehow still full of anguish and fear as the two of you perish together.
I was gonna say, it's not another Fire Emblem character, so definitely not ending up in Smash. Also, like, that C-stick move, though, she did on us, like, ouch.
I suppose we were never gonna get a happy ending here, were we?
Probably not. We tried to play it as straight as we could.
Don't let those be your final thoughts. You saved the world. That's worth something, I guess. Regardless of how you feel about it, it's finally over. Thank you. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Fantastic. Chapter 3. The Fury.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of the path... Okay, what the hell is that?
Mostly proud. I mean, I feel like Kim would expect nothing less from me. Also, I would do anything for Kim.
I think he's upset. And what's he got to be upset about? We just
Voice
killed
of
a
the
god.
stubborn.
Exactly. You heathens destroyed the most beautiful thing that ever was and ever will be.
You're damn right we did. You'll get over it.
Oop. Hold up. My camera stopped. And what a face. Hoo boy. Here. Here. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on just a quick second. I gotta do a bit of troubleshooting. Hold up. Okay. Hold on. I gotta do a bit of adjusting there. That was odd. It has never done that before. Okay. Interesting. Yeah, I know. Camera died along with the hero. How about that? I gotta say, I've never played Stanley Parable. Okay, I'll keep an eye on my camera to make sure it doesn't do that again. That was so strange. Anyway.
I can't say I have much sympathy for you. She was bad for us and you almost got us killed.
Does that sound off to you as well, or is that just me? I've heard good things about it. See, I don't know if this is the game doing something or if this is me. Hold on. Let me try something. Yeah, I've heard it's good. Okay. See, I don't know if this is the game or... because it sounded fine before. That is very strange.
You're being too generous. He did get us killed.
Okay, does that sound strange to you as well? Okay. Oh, it does sound fine to you? Okay. Maybe it's my headphones. Hold on. You're not hearing a stutter or anything? Like, I'm hearing almost like a stuttery noise in the back. Hold on. Apologies. This is troubleshooting new equipment here. Hold on. Let me try something. We're gonna try something a little bit different. Okay, that sounds better. Hold on. I need to change this now. Okay. Okay. Apologies for the delay. Can everybody hear everything okay now? Does it sound okay on your end? Perfect. Okay. Apologies for that.
Alright, enough chatter. Got a thing I'm supposed to do, and if you don't mind, I'd like to do it without any more interruptions. Okay, great, you're listening. You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a... This is just great.
Oh.
Let me cut to the chase. Clearly, you've already been here.
Okay. So I accidentally misclicked. I wasn't expecting the interruption there. If your thing is telling us about the princess, don't waste your breath. We all know about her. It's hardly a path in the woods at this point, is it? I mean, they're right.
Yeah, you think?
Actually, I don't think we have been here.
No, I don't know what this says.
This is all different, isn't it?
Yes, precisely. And if you'd given me 2 seconds to finish my thought, I would have said that. Oh, you're actually letting me talk now.
Oh, is it
Great.
my turn?
If you've already been here, it means you've seen things you aren't supposed to have seen, and you know things that you aren't supposed to know. This doesn't look like a path in the woods if reality seems distorted. It's because reality is distorted.
Okay, so this is like a... I know there's multiple endings to this game, so I'm curious what pathway this has put us on. No pun intended.
So you knew this could happen? You knew we'd be able to restart like this?
I mean, yeah, there was a chance, but I didn't think you'd actually do it.
I know all sorts of things, which is why you should listen to me.
You're trickle-truthing me here.
That's not really an answer.
I mean, they said the world was gonna end if we didn't kill her, so I mean... I don't know what they expected to happen. Whoop.
Look, if the world around you is changing, especially all the way out here, then that means you're nearing the point of no return. Whatever happens next, that's it. There won't be any more do-overs. So you'd better take things seriously.
I don't know if I believe you. You said yourself that you know more than you're letting on. If you want me to go to the cabin, then you better tell us everything. Feels like I'm being pulled in 100 different directions. You'd better all listen to me when the time comes to make a choice. If I don't slay her, if I just stay here or do anything else and we hit this point of no return, then what happens? No matter what happens next, it seems like our answers are at the cabin. We might as well see this through. Proceed to the cabin. Silently proceed to the cabin. I'm done with this. Bye! Turn around and leave. We'll proceed.
Good.
Through the
We're all on the same page.
mucky path.
It isn't long before you find yourself at the end of the path, staring up at the cabin on the hill. You'll find the princess within, as I'm sure you already know. End her.
I feel like path is a very generous word.
That's it? No final words of advice?
No, do it or not do it.
I'd rather not waste any more time. I'm sure that any advice I'd give at this point is something you've already heard.
If there's still a princess at the cabin, maybe we can salvage things. Maybe if we just grovel and apologize, things can go back to how they were before.
But what if it's not Mommy Princess who's there?
Oh, cut it out, will you? We need to be tough right now, and you're making it so much harder than it has to be, so stop whining.
Alright, we're gonna proceed.
The interior of the cabin is a place that feels long forgotten. There was once an elegance to its construction, carved marble columns holding a high arched roof, vaulted windows letting in the weak starlight. But that is how it was.
Yeah, I
Now
don't
there
know
is
if I
a
like the look of
growth
this
that has
place.
overtaken it. A viscous fluid seeps from cracks in the stone walls, and it congeals into chaotic streaks of writhing nerves and wet clumps of living meat.
Oh, yum, living meat.
That's horrible.
Yeah,
You
agreed.
did this. The only furniture of note is a pulsating pedestal, a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
It's that mirror again, and this time it's blocking the door. You didn't mention the mirror last time either. Why? How are we supposed to get to the basement? There's no door. There's just a mirror where the door used to be. Take the blade. Approach the mirror.
A mirror? There is no mirror. We've done this already. Trying to keep up the repetition is maddening. I don't know what to tell you. There isn't a mirror because I would know if there was a mirror. You're either seeing things or you're confused on the definitions of door and mirror. Or you're seeing things. That seems far more likely. What are you trying to say exactly?
He thinks we've lost it, that we're succumbing to madness, that something in us is broken.
That's an unnecessarily melodramatic way to describe a hallucination, but sure. I'm not going to waste time arguing with any of you. It went away after we touched it last time. Let's just do it again.
I gotta say, like, I know I kind of made fun of Voice of the Hero at the very beginning. He's got some good points.
You step forward and approach the door to the basement, hesitating before you open it. As if you don't see it. You really don't, do you? How strange. It really is just like last time. Are we really hallucinating? Why here? Why now?
Smash it. Smash it to pieces. It's the only thing keeping us from her.
Oh my
Don't you
god.
want to know what we'll see in there? We won't be able to see anything if we smash it. Nah, I'm with him on this one. Smash it! Let's get violent already.
I feel like Voice of the Stubborn should be Voice of the Barbarian.
Do whatever you want with it. The mirror isn't real, so how you handle it doesn't matter, aside from wasting dangerous amounts of time. You reach forward and drag your hand across the door leading to the basement. As if on command, it slowly
Oh.
slides open, scraping against the stone floor, its ancient hinges moaning as it reveals the dim path ahead.
Oh boy.
Why am I not surprised? You step forward into the
Oh, I
darkness.
wanted the knife though.
The stairs leading down to the basement are at once
Oops.
both narrow
Oh,
and
we're
grandiose.
fucked.
A high-vaulted ceiling stretches up into a gloom beyond your sight, while walls wet with tumorous growths press in uncomfortably at your sides. You feel the air is thick,
Oh, feel
with
claustrophobic.
odor and oppressive violence. The metallic scent of fresh blood twisting with the nauseating embers of charred remains. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor.
Jeez, it's a revisiting of the first loop. I mean, that's how she keeps winning.
Her voice, a bellowing rage, roars up the stairs.
Was severing the tendons of my ascension not enough for you? Was it not enough to rend my divine heart? Come, see the horrors you've wrought upon my flesh, and feel my hands set upon your throat.
She's so angry with us. Why? Why did you desecrate her? Why couldn't I stop you?
What are we gonna find down there?
You've got to stop thinking about her like that. It isn't doing anyone any good. She's not some untouchable god. She's an abomination. And we're going to put an end to her once and for all.
Whatever she is now is our fault. If she's an abomination, then what does that make us?
It doesn't matter what we are. She needs slaying. And we've got the means to do it, so let's get a move on. If I might interject, you didn't make her into an abomination. She's always been what she is. It's why you're here, and it's why your task is so important.
I don't have my knife. Oopsie diddles.
You make your way to the bottom of the stairs. The chamber's walls are painted in blood, a deep, sickening red that drips down in clotted streams onto the charred corpses that make up its floor. This place reeks of torment, of ripped skin and burning bone. The princess stands in its center, muscles flayed and bare and weeping, draped in a tattered dress of her own skin. Her heart beats from its place in her open chest.
Do you know what I'm going to do to you?
Oh, you're gonna kill me. Like, no question. I am dead.
There's not so much a moment of hesitation before she steps forward. Her chains pull taut, holding fast as she strains against them. The cuff around her wrist digs deeper into her skin. Blood drips from the place where metal meets flesh. And then, with a nauseating sound, the
oh
skin
yeah, I'm dead.
tears. It plops
Yeah.
to the ground, and she pulls her red, glistening arm free from her bindings. She is loose, and she is coming for you.
Let her end it. It's the punishment you all deserve for what you did to her. It's the punishment I deserve for letting it happen.
Screw that, we can win. We've done it before, and we'll do it again, only this time we'll make it out the other side. Hell, she's practically done most of the work for us. We don't even have a weapon.
Nope.
It doesn't matter. I refuse to go out any way that isn't kicking and screaming.
I gotta say, I love Voice of the Stubborn. What happened to you? Wait, we don't have to do this. I'm sorry, okay? I'm sorry for what I did to you. Please just listen to me. Fight back. Let her end you. You know, let's go for it. We've committed to this. Let's go for it.
Still unarmed, you charge towards the princess.
She's gonna step on me.
It's now or never. Let's make it a beautiful blaze of glory. With a horrifying squelch,
Yep.
you are unwound.
I hope you weren't planning on dying. We're going to make this last forever.
Huh. I feel cold. I've never felt cold before.
Oh. Huh. True to her word, you do not die by her hand. Something has taken her away, and it's left something else in her place. Okay.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her?
Yeah.
And there's that mirror again. Why is it here? Why now?
I don't know where she went, and I don't know how we'd even go about looking for her. The narrator is gone. That is true. He is also missing. I think I'm supposed to look in the mirror. Approach the mirror.
He is. Does that mean the world ended? The world didn't end. We're still here. Come on. We just need to keep going.
Figures the world would end and leave us with all this nothing.
You're right. She's gone. It's just us and that awful thing. It's like it's mocking us.
Feel anxious. Does anyone else feel anxious?
There's something dreadful about it.
I don't think you should.
Screw the mirror. We just need to find the princess.
I don't want to look at us.
Well, we're going on the mirror.
I'm begging you, don't do this. It's different now. It feels, I don't know, final.
You approach the mirror. Gaze into your reflection. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone, but the mirror remains. It's time for you to see what's in it. The body. It's you. It's you. You are alone in a place that is empty. It is quiet here. Proceed to the cabin. Oh, you are at the cabin. approach her.
Something finds me in the long quiet and brings me the gift of a fragile vessel.
What are you? The gift of a fragile vessel? Is this the end of the world? Let her out of there. Do you know the narrator? Are you what sent me to slay the princess? Are you what trapped me here? Do you know about the worlds beyond this place? Are you the princess? Do we know each other? Gosh, there are so many options. What happens now? Attack the entity. Destroy your body. Hold on.
I am solitary lights in an empty city. What are you?
Man, it really is Disco Elysium. Solitary lights? What do you mean? What do you think I am? I don't know what I am. I'm a person. There's no hands in pockets for this artist.
Thoughts without connections. A dim and nascent network. I wish to be more. I think that you are like me. We are oceans, reduced to shallow creeks. Yes, nerves and fibers to feel the worlds beyond, perspectives to make my own. This one is desecration. She placed the weight of her agony on you, yet it is she who unwound herself. But there is passion and empathy in her misery. She will make for a burning heart. Do not mourn her. She has finally found peace.
Huh.
How can the world have ended if we are talking?
I don't know how any of this is happening, so I mean, it's as good a question as any.
You are the only thing I have ever known. The space we're in is vacant. Nothing comes here but us.
What am I?
You are familiar, but you are not me. I feel sadness, longing, hope as I witness you.
I'm not gonna say let her out of there. Are you what sent me to slay the princess? Are you what trapped me here?
I have only just now stirred to consciousness. I could not have trapped you here, and I too yearn to be free. I know only that they are.
Are you the princess?
She is part of me, and part of me is her.
I am the shadow, the true self. But were you always the princess, or are you just making her a part of yourself?
You speak in circles. Does it matter where one thing begins and another ends?
I suppose if you don't think of time in a linear sense, perhaps. I don't know if I want to say let her out of there. I know it's explore, so it's should be a safe option, but I kind of don't want her out of there. I don't know if I should believe this thing that she is now at peace. I don't know what's happening. Oh, this is getting very existential. So what happens now?
Nothing, as we are. But I know that there are worlds beyond us, and that we are meant to reach them. There is no exit, but this vessel is a creature of perception. She can make you forget, if only you believe her to be able to. Bring me more perspectives, so that I may be whole, and perhaps then we will know our freedom.
Aren't you scared that I'll find a way to kill you? How much will I forget? How many more pieces of you do I have to find? And what if I don't let you do this to me? I was sent to slay the princess to stop her from destroying the world. If I help you, is that what you're going to do? Okay, make me forget.
You ask of things that cannot be done. To destroy is merely to reshape, to remold.
You're being semantic. What are you gonna do if I help you?
How can I know? I am flickers in something sprawling and unilluminated. I have not lived. I am not afraid to die.
I was only just born, so I mean, hey, whatever happens, happens. Seems to be her vibe here.
Everything, until we meet again. More than you have found, but less than there are to find. I am infinite. The rest will find their own way home. Then we will be here forever, as we are now. Unfinished, dry, hollow.
Not a very good source of conversation. I'm not going back. I don't know if I want to wait. You know what? Okay. Make me forget.
She asks that I tell you to remember her. You won't.
Everything goes dark and you die. An unwound vessel, bring the fury to her. Chapter 1, The Hero and the Princess.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin.
The real Slay the
And in
Princess
basement
starts
of that
here.
cabin
Is the
is a
achievement.
princess.
The real game starts now.
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Okay, so do we want to try one where we just, like, go in, like, guns akimbo, just stab? No. You're all good. Oh, okay, thanks for telling me what to do. Sweet, I've always wanted to off a Monarch. Silently continue to the cabin, turn around and leave. Ooh, okay. I do want to try different versions of this to see what happens, but do we want to go in like super stab, like no hesitation, like let's go silent killer? Is that what we want to do for this one? Or do we want to be extremely hesitant? Well, sorry. Maybe hesitant's not the right word. Do we want to be rebellious? Like, not cooperating? We're gonna turn around and leave. I kind of want to try, like, one of those two extremes, just to see what happens, but... You tell me, which one would you like to see? I'm sure we will have another playthrough of this in the next stream, so we will get to see both. I would like to see both, to see what happens. I mean, it could be. Let's give it a try. Turn around and leave.
Seriously? You're just going to turn around and leave?
Yeah.
Do you even know where you're going?
Okay, fine, you're persistent. I'll go to the cabin and I'll slay the princess. Ugh. Okay, fine. I'll go to the cabin and I'll talk to the princess. Maybe I'll slay her. Maybe I won't. I guess we'll see. Yes, I definitely know where I'm going. Lie. Nope. The only thing that matters is where I'm not going. The cabin. I'm not going to the cabin. I'm actually pretty okay with the world ending. I relish the coming of a new dawn beyond our own. Gonna go walk in the opposite direction now. Quietly continue down the path away from the cabin.
Fine. I suppose you just quietly continue down the path away from the cabin. Good. What we're being asked to do here is wrong. Better to wash our hands of this whole situation than to take part in it. Ignore that annoying little voice. He doesn't know what he's talking about. That's strange. It looks like this path also leads to the cabin.
All paths lead to the cabin.
Everything's back on track again. Maybe the world can still be saved after all. You're really keen on wasting everyone's time, aren't you? It's remarkably selfish, if you ask me. I've already outlined the stakes of the situation. If you don't do your job, everyone dies. Like, dies. Forever.
Oh, I don't care. I'm not killing a princess. Good, maybe everyone should die. It's what they get for dumping me in the woods and asking me to kill someone for them. You're not emotionally blackmailing me into doing this. quietly continue down the path. We're doing silent, not being involved in this.
Your silence is deafening.
Good. Let's try it. Let's see what
Fine.
happens.
You turn around and trek back down the path you came. Oh, would you look at
son
that?
of a
You're at
bitch!
the cabin again. Now, I'm not normally one for superstition or astrology, but I have to say, it seems like the universe itself is doing its best to bring you to your fated confrontation with the princess.
There's no fighting this, is there? I have to go in the cabin, don't I? Fine. Oh yeah? Well, I guess I start walking in a different direction. Again. In fact, I'm going to just keep trekking through the wilderness until I find a way out of this place.
There's always a choice. Let me tell you right now that you're making the wrong one for pretty much everyone who's ever lived, as well as for everyone who ever will.
You can't throw a rock without hitting a cabin.
And here we go. As you trudge into the woods, something strange starts to happen. At first, it's little flickers out of the corner of your eyes. Glimpses of familiar wooden structures through the leaves. But as you focus on your surroundings, you start to realize that those flickers weren't just a trick of light.
I was joking! I was kidding around. Huh. I mean, you know what? They thought to include it. I gotta give them my hand for that. That's great. Alright, let's see where this goes. I am thoroughly unsettled.
In every direction, there is a path and a cabin. And not just a cabin, the cabin. An infinite fractal of paths and cabins desperately trying to draw you back to where you need to be. Wait, what's going on?
Yeah, me too. What's happening?
You're too stubborn for that, aren't you? It doesn't matter how many paths or cabins appear around you, you're just going to do whatever you can to shirk your responsibility because you care more about irritating me than you do about the fate of the world. You've doomed us all, you know that, right? But of course you do. Otherwise you wouldn't just wander off into the forest in search of certain death. You lose track of just how long you spend aimlessly tromping through the wilderness. But it's not like any of that time spent lost in the woods really matters, because it isn't long before the world ends and everyone dies.
Job well done. Alright, let's see what happens now.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Oh, yeah, okay. I was wondering if this was like actually a fresh start or if it was a deja vu. It's a deja vu. I mean, it did say chapter 2. That should have given it away. Well, alright, well, if I can't run away from the cabin, then I'm just staying here in the woods forever. Stay in the woods. Forever.
Oh, that's clever! A little boring, though.
I love it, the voice of the contrarian. I mean, you know what? That's fair.
It's extremely boring. Can we really do that? Can we really just do nothing?
Why not?
No, you can't just do nothing. You have to do something. Alright, so it's decided. Even if it's boring, we're going to do nothing forever. Congratulations, you continue to waste everyone's time and do nothing. Wait, can you still hear me? It's getting fuzzy. What is that weird feeling? It's like I'm barely even here anymore. Well, it's not nothing, that's for sure. Does that mean we messed up?
Oh, probably. The world around you is unwound, its physical matter replaced by a textured nothing. You find yourself in the long quiet once again. Memory returns. There is a distant rumbling, a sound of many sounds. Undulations pulse louder as something other comes close. You already know what dwells in the empty spaces. Ah! Feelers probe across the fabric of reality. Extremities find your consciousness and wrap themselves around it. You are no longer alone. Yay? Confusion. Why are you here? I am unfinished. Resistance. Fingers drag claws across the glass surface of your soul. Frustration. This vessel is full of you. It is useless to us if it doesn't bring more gifts. Force pushing against your will. No, you cannot go back. Not there. Regret. This world is broken beyond repair. We must weave something new. A wagging finger. There is only so much thread in this place. Do not waste it. I am our only salvation. Return to your destined path or face the consequences. Denial.
You're on a path
All right.
in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
Alright, so that was a quick one. That was more than I thought it was going to be, but that was still a quick one. So, you know what? Good call to you, Kwa. Let's see. Do we want to go like full killer? Do we want to go like pacifist? I wonder if that's only if it's just like, fine, you want to play the game this way? Fine. I love the contrarian though. That's a fun addition. Here, let's go for cold-blooded killer.
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Do we want to do silent killer? Let's see. You're not those ones, but maybe something more of like a... Sweet, I've always wanted to off a monarch.
That's the spirit.
Yeah, let's go with that one.
You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within.
Alright. Viva la revolution.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Alright, take the blade.
You take the blade from the table. It'd be rather difficult to slay the princess and save the world without it.
Yeah, I learned that one the hard way. Alright, let's go in the basement.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor.
I like the callback to this in the third loop.
Her voice
This
carries
one
up the
sucks.
stairs.
Who's there?
She sounds dangerous. It's almost as if she's the one in charge down here.
Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation.
Alright, continue down the stairs.
Good.
We're
You're
not
still
talking.
listening to reason.
We'll see what happens.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
She's so coldly beautiful. Is she really a threat to the world?
Focus on the task at hand.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
Okay, I'm just trying to see. I guess I can steal my nerves and step forward, and we'll see what happens.
You step forward, your grip on the blade tightening as you steel your resolve.
Oh? No talking then? Fine. What even makes you think you can kill me?
I've almost killed you before, but...
I'm probably chained up in this basement for a reason, right? And if that knife is the only weapon you have, you'll have to get close enough to use it.
Oh, I hope she doesn't kick my ass again.
So, you should just drop it. Best not to risk finding out what I can do.
She's unarmed. If you hesitate now, it'll be too late. End this.
Slay the princess. Let's give it a try.
You lunge forward without a moment's
Ooh,
hesitation.
different reaction.
You feel flesh easily
Well,
give
there we
way
go.
and look down to see your blade already sinking deep into her heart.
Oh, this is it, isn't it? I'm almost embarrassed. I should have seen that coming. But I have to wonder, do you actually believe this was enough to kill me?
It's like she's convinced she can't die. Yes, even as she lays there dying, she entirely believes herself to be alive and well.
I guess because she kind of is.
But it's over, isn't it? She stopped breathing moments ago, that arrogant look still plastered on her face. But is it over? Really over?
No. Bet you anything it's not. Congrats, I did it. Of course it is. She's dead. I'm not sure. I feel like she has to have some kind of trick up her sleeve. Of course not. That was way too easy.
It's over. Don't get all worked up. We should make sure. What's the harm in checking for a pulse? I really don't think you should do that. And why shouldn't we? Is there something you're not telling us? I've told you everything that's happened with complete accuracy. The princess is dead. Your blade pierced her heart. There's no coming back from that.
Check for a pulse, remove the blade. You're right, she's dead. Let's just get out of here. I'm gonna remove the blade because I feel like as soon as I check for the pulse, she's gonna grab the knife out and just like stab the hell out of me. My paranoia, I suppose, but given how this game has been going, maybe not unfounded. Remove the blade. I'm not just gonna leave her as is.
You lean down and wrap your hand around the blade's hilt. But as you begin to slide it out of its resting place, you feel a sharp and sudden jab in your side. What was that?
I guess I won't be dying alone after all.
Quick, let's get out of here. It's too late for that now. You collapse to the ground as the mortally wounded princess twists a blade of her own deeper between your ribs.
How'd she get that?
As you fall, she falls with you, exhausted by the effort, the little life that was left in her eyes fading rapidly.
An eye for an eye. A life for a life. I guess we're even now. See you around.
You were so close. Why did you hesitate? It doesn't matter. At least you managed to take her with you, for whatever that's worth. Everything goes dark, and you die.
The razor? That's different.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. You're here to slay her.
Okay, we're getting the deja vu. But I already slew the princess. Sure, she also killed me, but I definitely got her. Why am I here again?
I can assure you that you didn't slay her, and that she didn't kill you. People don't just spring back to life after dying, and the two of us are meeting for the very first time. If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way.
This whole thing's a crock of shit. She's just going to pull a knife out of nowhere and stab us again.
I should have tried to, like, anticipate what the next voice was gonna be. That's hilarious. Oh my god. Okay.
Stabbed to death? Well, you won't have to worry about that. The princess is unarmed.
But she's not.
Yeah, that's exactly what you told us last time. You said this whole thing would be easy, but after we sank our blade into her heart, she just got up and started stabbing us.
Calm down. I assure you she has no weapons, so there's no reason to fear her. You were made for this job. You'll do just fine.
Let's assume telling the truth, and this all really did happen. Why should I listen to you? Why should I bother doing anything? Oh, he is a liar. We're gonna proceed to the cabin. We're just gonna have to stab her again.
Warning, before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat,
Yes.
and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says.
He couldn't be more on the money. But we're really doing this, aren't we? I'd say you're lost, but I'm stuck here with you.
I mean, We gotta give it a try. For the sake of curiosity, we need to know what happens.
We know what to look out for this time. We know to be careful. Just stay focused and you'll be fine.
Oh, wait. Oh, I have not saved it all. Here, hold on. Alright, there. Should probably do that every once in a while. Alright, we're gonna proceed into the cabin then. Let's see if anything's different.
The interior of the
Ooh,
cabin
that's
is
different.
a jagged mess of warped wood and broken boards, their splintered edges as uninviting as shattered glass. The only furniture of note is a pointed table with a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
I mean, I'm gonna take the blade.
You take the blade from the table. It will be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon.
I'm really enjoying this. It's keeping me on my toes, that's for sure. What mirror? I don't see anything.
Feels a bit better to have a weapon in our hands. Let's make her hurt for what she's done to us.
You know what? We're just gonna go down there and we're just gonna stab. Into the basement. There goes the mirror.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing what must once have been stairs. The fractured slats look as if they've been torn from their source and violently jammed into the wall.
Alright, what are we facing down here?
The air seeping up from below has an almost metallic quality to it, like the smell of fresh blood. And you can hear what sounds like the rhythmic scraping of metal coming from down below. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor.
Oh,
That's
maybe.
right.
Seems like I already
Scraping.
am.
I told you she has something. I told you. That sound could be anything. It's probably just her chains dragging across the floor. I am begging you to get out of your head. Her grating voice carries up the stairs.
I hope you've come to rescue me. I've been stuck down here forever.
There is something so wrong with that voice.
Yeah, she thinks she's better than us, like she doesn't even have to put on an act this time.
Oh, what?
As you
No.
descend the final step, the form of the princess comes into view, her sharp eyes following you from across the room. I wonder if she remembers us.
Finally, somebody! Quick, get me out of these chains. We're not safe here.
Come on now, we're not falling for that, are we? She's trying to trick us, but she can't hide that threatening edge to her voice. She just wants us to get close, to let our guard down.
If she sounds threatening, it's because her mask is already slipping. She knows why you're here. You are armed, after all.
What are you waiting for? You are here to rescue me, right?
Okay. Explore. If I come close to you, you're just gonna stab me, aren't you? Do you remember what happened last time? I know you have a knife. I'll let you out of here if you drop it. What else? I'd like to trust you, but you're being so suspicious right now. Can we just talk things through? I don't have the key. We killed each other last time. I'd rather not do that again. Look, I know that you're mad at me, but I think we both just need to let bygones be bygones, I say with a knife in my hand. What happened after you died last time? What if we're both honest with each other? I was sent here to stop you from ending the world, and you killed me last time after coming back from being stabbed in the heart. Nobody has to die. There are so many options. Okay, what are you going to do if I let you out? Okay, fine, I'm coming closer to free you. You better not try anything. Approach the princess. Yeah, I'm not trusting this. Bye. Turn and leave. Screw it. Slay the princess. Okay, I know we were given a ton of options, and I certainly want to explore some of these, like, in a different playthrough, perhaps? But let's just go full aggressive and see where things take us. I've committed to it this far, let's just go for it. No talk, just knife.
The princess falls silent, her smile unwavering as you charge across the room.
Okay, she hasn't pulled out a knife yet, and her hands are still behind her back.
I think we can do this. I think we can win. We just have to strike now, but make sure you keep your eyes on those hands. I don't trust her for a second. But your focus is broken by the horrible sound of metal slicing through meat.
Yep.
Whose meat? Not ours, right?
Yeah, that's ours.
Hers at first, then yours.
How? What did she even hit us with?
You stare down at your chest and at the long, thin blade she impaled you with. And then the red, angry slit along the flesh of her thigh, where the blade had been nestled just a moment ago. It's still lodged in her leg, emerging from her knee, hinging up and out of her body like some extra metallic limb.
What? She's made of knives?
Bullshit. Absolute bullshit.
I don't know.
You're going to die now.
With a twist of her knee and a painful squelch, she does just that. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Okay. No, it was the leg that killed me.
You're on a path in the woods.
No, fuck that. If we're gonna have to keep doing this over and over and over again, we're not starting in that goddamn woods every time. We're starting in the fucking cabin.
By the way, I love just like the total difference of like, oh, like everything is sharp. Everything is weapon.
You're what? I feel dizzy.
Whoop. Me too. The interior of the cabin is sharp, constricting mess of curved and battered sheet metal pushing you towards... Wait, excuse me? What just happened? What did you just do?
Oh ho ho ho! I guess I took us to the cabin, didn't I? Isn't that interesting? Who holds the cards now?
The circle's getting smaller and smaller. Running isn't an option anymore. We have to fight.
I'm getting the knife this
Good.
time.
It's better that way. Without a fight, no one can win, and if no one can win, then nothing has any meaning.
Oh, voice of the stubborn, I missed you.
Great, so obviously you've already been here. How many times?
This is our third?
No wonder things have fallen apart. You do realize that every time you fail, she escapes and an entire world is damned to destruction, right?
Hey, I tried, man. I tried.
That can't be right. That's too much responsibility.
Nah, impossibly high stakes make the fight so much better.
Let's just stay focused, shall we? The only furniture of note is a bent metal table, a pristine blade perched.
We take it.
Cheated is like, we're speed running this bitch, let's go.
Okay, sure, you take the blade
Yep.
before letting me finish telling you it's there. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon. This feels right. We just have to keep our senses sharp.
That's right, we've got to be able to win eventually.
We will win eventually. Hell, we might even win now.
That's a fighting spirit I like to see. You could all learn a thing or two from this one. I'd love to get started just as much as you would, but how are we supposed to get down there?
You walk through the door. You do know what doors are, right?
I mean, this is supposed to be the weapon we're supposed to have. This should be able to do it.
There isn't a door, there's just that mirror. There isn't a mirror. You really messed things up, didn't you? It's like you can't even see reality anymore. I can feel the air coming up from behind it, stinking of iron and steel.
That'd be too
You
easy.
might be right. Could be a trick. If our other senses can't feel it, then we can't trust it.
If it's in our way, let's just break it and move on.
No, that's bad luck.
You make your way to the door at the end of the room, stopping just in front of it. You really must think you're looking at a mirror. Well, it doesn't exist. Just reach forward and open it. Let's just fumble for the handle and be done with it. I don't care what we look like. I care about getting to the end of this mess.
I love how Voice of the Cheated is like the impatient gamer, where it's just like, man, fuck your story and nuance. I'm here to do the thing in the title of the game.
You reach forward and place your hand on the door to the basement. It creaks open.
And the mirror's gone. How surprising.
It was never there. Just an illusion.
Let's just get to the princess already. I didn't care about the mirror before, and I care about it even less now.
Guess it's time for us to see her again. Just stay focused and you'll be fine. You step forward, but you don't get a chance to linger on the basement stairs. They are smooth and flat and metallic, an unintentional and unfortunately slippery ramp that quickly sends you skittering to the bottom.
Great, this is a trap.
Your body tumbles onto the basement floor and the form of the princess comes into view, standing at a distance. She gives you a wry smile.
Hi, it looks like you don't have a way out, so I'm not going to play dumb anymore.
Great, yay.
But don't worry about how bad you did last time. That's part of the fun.
She's got another thing coming if she thinks we're going down easy again. Pride makes us dead. The only thing that matters is survival.
Actually, does survival matter? We've died twice and nothing bad has come of it. We just need to find a way to win once.
Nothing bad has come of it yet.
Plenty bad has come of it.
we already
We've
won
left
once.
at least one entire world to ruin. The people there mattered.
She's just having a great time.
The past isn't real. There's only here and now. Your internal battle is cut short by the wet sound of slicing meat. From the princess's arms erupt twin blades, glistening with her blood, the empty flesh of her arms flopping at her elbows like torn sleeves. The chain clatters to the floor. She's loose, and she is coming for you.
Oh, we are screwed. Alright, let's see how we do.
You're going to make me walk over to you, aren't you?
Shit. She's coming for us and I'm out of ideas.
Alright, we're going to fight her again, and we're going to have a stiff upper lip about it. She can't hurt us if we don't let ourselves feel it. We're going to appeal to her authority, puff her up a bit. There's no reason we can't talk this out. That's not going to work. We're going to unconditionally surrender. We're not doing that. Oh, that's easy. I'm going to try flirting with her. No, that was the last one. The last loop. She has swords for arms and we don't. We're panicking. She wins by killing us, right? So let's beat her to it. All these ideas suck. Think up something better. I feel like that's just gonna kill us. She can't hurt us if we don't let ourselves feel it. So I'm assuming that's just gonna be like run in there, like stabbing at whatever. Like pain be damned. Let's try it.
Yes, this is the best idea.
Oh, Stubborn, you have the worst ideas. Let's see what happens.
Yeah, sure, why the hell not? Let's see if we can turn off the part of us that feels things.
Pain is good. It's how we stay alive.
Nah, I'm sick of pain. Yeah, this whole thing would be a lot more tolerable if it didn't hurt so much.
I'm not gonna taunt her. I'm gonna just wait for her to come to me.
Just standing there, huh? A bold strategy.
Let's see if it pays off.
The princess closes the distance and we dodge. And you dodge.
Hey, look at that.
And we fight back.
And you fight back.
Oh, you're fast. But let's see how fast you really are.
You and the princess enter a quick and vicious exchange,
Ooh.
each of you wounding the other, but neither landing a fatal blow.
Man, this is an anime fight if I've ever seen one.
Yes, this is exactly it.
Man, we're just like encouraging like the Klingon spirit of the voice of Stubborn.
But the dance couldn't last
Dang
forever.
it.
All it takes is a single clumsy moment.
You
She
tried.
skewers you.
Gotcha.
And? Does it hurt? No.
Voice of the Cold. Hi.
Oh, a new one of us. I thought that only happens when we die. Did we die?
You're on a... No, you're in a... Where the hell are you?
I think we're dead. And that's all we'll ever be. Dead, 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 dead.
Oh, voice of the broken.
If we didn't realize we were dead, then we made progress. Good job.
Stop saying dead, all of you. We might have died a second ago, but right now we're extremely not dead. This is all horribly wrong. How many times have you been here?
I missed you, Broken, and by that, I mean I did not miss you.
This is 4.
It's been more than 4.
No wonder everything's such a mess. This wasn't supposed to go past 1.
I wonder what you're going to do next. You're so full of ideas, and I love that.
I just love your persistent energy. Go get him, Tiger. Like,
But I guess we don't have time to talk about things before the princess advances. Okay, whatever we do gets us another us. Let's see how many we can stack. There's got to be a point where it makes us better than her.
We don't need any other voices chattering about in here. It'll just confuse us. All we need is to keep fighting.
Yeah, I'll pass on that. As long as we keep moving, why not? It's not like dying again and again is doing us any harm. Let's see how far this little mind hole goes, shall we?
Come on, show me something new.
going to appeal to her authority, puff her up a bit. There's no reason we can't talk this out. No. Going to unconditionally surrender. No. Oh, that's easy. Gonna flirt? Nope. She has swords for arms and we don't. We're panicking. She wins by killing us, so let's beat her to it. Think up something better. It doesn't work and she kills you again and again and again and again. Your memory blurs as your consciousness leaps from life to life to life, holding only snippets of the conflict that transpires.
None of this is working. Think. Think. She skewers you. Well, there's more of us. Let's see if that helps. Then you skewer yourself.
I thought we both understood that dying doesn't get you anywhere.
Huh. That didn't do much of anything. We're tougher than I thought.
What's the point?
Contrarian's
It's all the
back.
Same.
She skewers you.
Oh, don't give up on me just yet. You gotta keep going.
It doesn't matter how many times this takes, we can't give up. Okay, let's go again. Compliment her on those gleaming blades. There's nothing better than a capable woman. She skewers you.
Voice of the smitten. Jeez.
You're cute.
See? We're getting better. Okay, yeah. That was a good one. Just panic. Flee.
Paranoid.
She skewers you.
No, you don't get to escape. That's not how this works.
We're getting close to something. Can't you feel it? One last time.
Voice of the cheated. Like, you're deluded, my guy.
You're right. One last time. That's all we need. Let's appeal to her better nature. We haven't tried that. I'm sure she'll listen to reason.
The opportunist.
She skewers you.
Mm-hmm.
And then everything goes dark, and you die.
Ooh, 4. Mutually assured destruction. Look at that.
You're
We're
on
in a
don't
new
lose your
chapter.
head. We're in a cabin, and we'll take it from here.
Cheated is like, nah, hurry this up.
Everything feels like it finally fits, doesn't it? We're up here, which is different, and different is good. And our steel claw is already in our hand. Ho-ho! What if we throw it out the window?
No.
Over my dead body.
That won't be very hard. We've died a lot.
But I can't say I mind anymore. Besides, what better way to die so very many times than at the sharp hands of a beautiful woman?
Oh, that tried and true old corny line. Ah, the sharp hands of a beautiful woman.
Sure, I can think of a better way to die. They're all the same, really. How about we stop thinking about horrible ways to die? I don't want us to accidentally manifest anything.
Oh, we're probably too late. Love a good blade, girl.
The only thing we're gonna manifest is finally ending up on top. There are entirely too many of you. How many times have you been here? This isn't good. This is... How about you stick to describing things, and we'll stick to doing them?
Yeah, leave it to the pros. We'll notch up that win in no time.
I love how it's like, leave it to the pros who keep losing. Like, it's like, I mean, experience, sure. Experience doing the thing you're trying to do? Not so much. Hold on. Allergy break. 1 second. And we're back.
Narrator, we heroically stride through the door and towards our destined final encounter with our star-crossed lover.
No, we already stabbed her, like, so many times ago. Also, I feel like voice of the smitten should be voice of the hero. Like, to me it feels like a very like, ah yes, it is me, the protagonist.
Fine by me. You walk to the door and onto the basement stairs, only... It's fine. I'll just shut up then and speed this whole thing along.
Wait, what? Basement only. Voice of the hero. It's more of a slide, we know. Okay, that's why he's like, fine, I'll just shut up. You just do it then.
Are you sure you don't want me to describe the stairs? Or this room, or anything? It feels like I'm hardly a part of this.
Well, that's what you get for withholding information from us.
Don't care. Just want to win.
By any means necessary.
Fine. You make your way to the basement, where the princess awaits you.
The very sharp princess.
You know, this last time I killed you, and you didn't pop right back up again? I thought I'd actually done it. I thought I'd cut you into so many pieces you just weren't able to stitch yourself back together. But I guess we're not done. That's okay with me. It's good even. I like that.
I like a good challenge.
I got something ready for you while you were gone. Do you want to see it?
Is it a present for me? They've taken control of the game. They are the captain now.
I'm not going to wait for an answer. I'm just going to show you. It's worth it though. Just you wait. And not for very long, because I'm going to do it right now.
Are you going to say what she does? Do you want me to talk now?
Oh, is it my turn to describe what's happening in this story?
Well, yeah, she says she has something new. I want to hear about the new thing. Yeah, me too. I think I speak for all of us when I say that I would like to hear you describe her new thing. Really? Okay then.
Here we go. Now.
The princess's skin bursts, splitting into red blooms of raw meat as it stretches and tears. And then it erupts. She becomes a wave of blood and viscera, pieces of her splattering against the walls. All that remains in the center of the room is a skeleton of blades. A heart beats furiously in its cage of a chest.
There's always a weird beating heart in the final form.
Are you ready for what comes next?
No, but let's go.
Holy shit!
Yeah, same. Voice of the smitten is like, still smash.
She's gorgeous.
Absolutely divine.
Freaking knew it.
Yes, behold, the perfect woman.
I'm sorry, there's just something about voices of the summer being like, yes, sharp lady, make me bleed.
Do you think we can throw her out the window? That looked painful. How is she still alive? Heart's still beating, that's all she needs. This is fake. This is all fake. That's all just made up.
I mean, technically he's right.
She doesn't even have a back anymore. How are we supposed to stab her in it?
This is all just a sick joke. I hate existing.
We're screwed. I quit. I'm done. Forget it.
Alright,
What just happened? It's so quiet.
And very open now, all of a sudden.
Something feels different about you. It almost makes me feel different. Like I should actually take this seriously for once.
Is she gonna drop the weights? You do not act, and yet through that inaction your body moves on its own. The princess strikes as you approach, but as her blow finishes its arc, you're already somewhere else.
You're incredible.
Your weapons clash again and again, you and her entering a rhythm free of thought and free of self. There is only the dance, the ebb and flow, the shifting of the tides back and forth between you. The deeper you fall into your play, the faster your hearts pound, and the faster the momentum volleys between you. An endlessly building crescendo, and then an opening. Your blade strikes free of volition, and hers strikes too. Master yourself and vanquish a sharp foe, water and steel. Achievement. Both strikes are lethal. Neither of you will survive, but neither of you fear what's to come. This is a good ending. There she goes. You do not get to see each other die, nor will you ever. It's time for you to leave. Memory returns. Approach the mirror. You do so. Silence as you reach towards the glass. It's time for you to see what's in it. The bloat. You've grown. You've grown. You find yourself in the long quiet once again. I mean, I guess we did. Proceed to the cabin. Oh, there she is. You are at the cabin. Approach her.
When I found you in the long quiet alone, I was terrified. What if you had decided to let me wither? But your commitment now is final. Your ability to walk the path of mutual annihilation is vanished with your return. If you still wish to obliterate me, it will have to wait until I am complete. Flickering lights and empty cityscapes become pockets of vitality and movement. I am more than I was before. Whenever you are ready, I will wipe your slate clean once again.
Okay, let's look at our options here. Are you the same being as you were before? How much have you changed? What does it feel like to change like this? When this is all done, do you know what you want to do? You know that at the end of this, once you're finished, I'm going to kill you, right? When I go back, it's as if an invisible wall closes around me. Why can I not do the same things I've done before? You have been kinder to me than anyone else I've met. Thank you. You've been kinder to me than anyone else I've met. Why? I thought I was going to repeat myself there. What do you want me to bring you next time? Do you have any thoughts on this vessel? I don't want to hurt you, but the more times I go back, the worse I fear things will be. What do you feel about me? These vessels I've been bringing you, I've hurt them. How many more vessels do I need to bring you? Attack the entity, destroy your body. Hold on. I'm going to ask her a bit about what she's becoming. Are you the same being as you were before? How much have you changed?
Is a child the same as an infant? I am an unbroken pattern, but every vessel gives fresh perspectives and carves new avenues of expression. I am different, but I am the same.
Apologies, new cord for the microphone swoops in a different way than I expected. I tried to switch my legs around a little bit and I accidentally pulled on the cord. So apologies for that. Oh boy, here, let me just reread that just because I was so busy trying to catch my mic from falling. I'm like, I just got this. I can't have it fall. Is a child the same as an infant? I am unbroken pattern, but every vessel gives fresh perspectives and carves new avenues of expression. I'm different, but I am the same. What does it feel like to change like this?
Eyes close in reflection. Perspectives meld together, and the breadth of my experience stretches to new corners. There are contradictions, conflicts in my nature, and there are familiarities that bind everything together. It feels correct. This is what I need to be. This is the only path forward.
When this is all done, do you know what you want to do?
With every gift you bring me, I excavate the alleys of what I am meant to be, and every exploration yields new and complicated truths. What I will be is different than what I am. What I am is different from what I was.
Constantly growing and changing.
I cannot tell you what desires I will hold when I have changed. But in this moment, all I want is to know myself and to know you.
Here, when I go back, it's as if an invisible wall closes around me. Why can I not do the same things I've done before? Oh, can you not repeat different endings? Or, like, you can't, like, do the same one over and over again? Oh, I haven't tried that yet, but...
Those paths lead to worlds you've already seen, and to perspectives I have already made my own. They are useless to us now, inaccessible. The only paths of value are those that are yet untread.
Oh no, I might not be able to see Mommy Princess again. Oh boy. What have I done? Oh, what else do we have here? Actually, yeah, what do you want me to bring you next time?
Gifts aren't what someone tells you to bring them. Do not worry. There are no wrong answers. And every perspective illuminates my shadows and shares new secrets.
I mean, yeah. Broken's like, this is your only chance. Make it count. Don't let it slip. What else do we have here? Yeah, do you have any thoughts on this vessel?
This one is sharp and single-minded. She is cruelty, but she is also joy. She will make for an indomitable heart.
I mean, I can... From what little interaction we had with her, like, speaking-wise, yeah, I get that.
Do not mourn her. She is exactly where she needs to be.
Oh, so you don't have any preferences on how you'd like to change or grow?
My preference is for you to show me what you would like me to see. I cannot know the ways I wish to grow, for I have yet to feel them. It is you who guides me down the thin trail of perspective and memory.
Actually, yeah, what do you feel about me? These vessels I've been bringing you, I've heard them.
The vessels are a weave of emotion at odds with themselves, but they are only perspectives. They are not me. The wounds they've suffered carve texture around my heart. Without them, I would be as I was before. I would be alone and without sensation. I could not feel the joy of having you by my side, for I would not know your absence.
How many more vessels?
If I am to be an ocean, you have given me enough to build a pond. My waters are shallow and murky, and I yearn for more perspective. I will transcend in due time, and there is no way forward but to contribute to my awakening.
Okay, you have been kinder to me than anyone else I've met. Why?
Why wouldn't I be kind to you? You are the only thing I know that isn't me.
Actually, I'm out of curiosity. I want to see what this says. Actually, hold on. Just in case.
There is still much to be seen. Neither of us know the depths of our being. Perhaps at the end of this, I will be the one to kill you. Or perhaps we will leave this place together and find new horizons to discover.
Ooh, you gotta make one big decision at the end. Okay. So I think what I'm gonna do, because we have hit time, is I'm going to save here, and then that way... Actually, hold on. Let's start the new loop, and then we'll save.
I await your return, but it will give me time to reflect on what I am. We will meet again.
Oh gosh, it made me jump. I knew it was coming, it still made me jump. Everything goes dark and you die. Bring the razor full to her, a sharp vessel.
You're on a path in the woods, And at the end of...
Okay. We'll save here. This feels like a good spot. Oh boy. Well, thank you so much for joining me for the first bit of Slay the Princess. I gotta say, this is definitely a lot more Disco Elysium-y than I expected it was gonna be. I'm really enjoying it. It's got a very fun sense of humor. It's unsettling. I don't know, it's a fun mix of stuff. I'm really enjoying it. Yes, a fun and violent stream. I would say there's more of an emphasis on the fun, but there's definitely plenty of violence. I'd say it's like 60-40 of like fun and violence. Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing what other endings we have open to us. And I don't know, maybe we can still get giant goddess mommy princess. I mean, I'm not getting my hopes up. I'm just saying if that did give me the opportunity to happen again, that would be cool. I'm not getting my hopes up though. But in any case, thank you so much for joining me. We are going to be playing some more. I would like to see where things go from here. Tomorrow night, 7:30, same time, same place. If anything changes between now and then, the details will be on Discord, on Threads, over on Twitter/X. And we'll see. Hopefully we'll have less technical issues. But that's the joy of a new game, of new tech. It's figuring out all the kinks in the system and finding ways to work around it. So hopefully things will go a little bit better tomorrow night. But until then, I hope you have a lovely rest of your night. Hopefully I'll see you tomorrow for some more Slay the Princess. Until then, see ya. Have a good one.